Hello guys, welcome back to Piano from the Beginning. My name is Sam and thank you for deciding to watch this channel. Welcome to our ongoing tutorials on this series, and today I want to talk about diminished seventh chords. Okay, already you know what a triad is because it's a chord of 3 notes, and we have talked about this in so many tutorials. You know, for a major triad which has the root, the third and the fifth, a major third in this case, and therefore it is called major. When we flat the third, the root and the flat third and the 5 gives us a minor triad. So now today we want to move further. We flat the 5. Okay, in our intervals part 2 we had talked of major perfect intervals, and guys, if you never watched that, please go to my playlist about progressive lessons and get that video about intervals part 2 and watch it, because it will help you understand this much faster. So a diminished triad is simply having a minor third, that's a flat third, and a diminished fifth, meaning it's a flat 5. Okay, so if I add a 7th above it, that is 3 semitones higher, this will be a diminished 7th chord. Okay, so in this instance, since my root is C, so this is a C diminished 7th. And if I move everything one step up, a half step up, I will move to C sharp diminished 7th. Next, I'll move to D diminished 7th. Now, something I'd wish you to understand is that if I play a diminished chord, for example this one, it is said to be a symmetrical chord, in that if I play C diminished 7th, take this C over to create my first inversion, so it again gives me the E flat diminished 7th in root position. And so if I repeat the process, I will still be having the same chord played differently. So if I take this E flat over, if I take this F sharp over, so the process repeats itself again and again, and that's why we say diminished 7ths are symmetrical chords. Now, something worthy knowing is that there are 3 main diminished 7ths. If I play the C diminished 7th, by virtue that it's a symmetrical chord, it is the same as E flat diminished, same as F sharp diminished, and same as A diminished. Okay, now if I invert this chord as said, it will give me any of the 4 keys that make it. And therefore, if I move to C sharp diminished, again it will cover the C diminished, E diminished, G diminished, and the B flat diminished. And if I do the D diminished also, it will be covering the D diminished, F diminished 7th, that is F flat diminished 7th, and B diminished 7th. And therefore, if I master these 3 diminished 7ths, I will have played the 12 diminished 7ths in piano. All of them. Okay, now how do we use the diminished 7th chords? So at for a beginning, we can use them as passing chords. For example, if I want to move from C major chord into D minor chord, which is chord 2, if I'm playing in C, I want to move from the 1 to the 2, I can play the C sharp diminished 7th as a passing into the 2. So it will sound something like this. So if I'm in C, I can do this to the okay. Now, so I can use the diminished 7th of the C sharp as a passing into the D minor chord. And so generally, if I'm moving from 2 to the 3, I can still use the diminished 7th of the E flat or the D sharp into the 3. The same happens if I'm moving from F to the G. We so often use this. You will hear this kind of passing, like from 4 in the left side, especially when the music is flowing from chord 4 to the 1 slash the 5 below it, like from F major to C slash G. Slash chords, I've also talked about this in a separate tutorial. If you don't know about slash chords, you can get into the playlist as well, progressive piano lessons, and see the tutorial on slash chords. Well, now, so from the 5, from the 4 moving to a 1, which has the 5 at the base, you can pass with that diminished of the F sharp into C slash G, then to the 5, can play a dominant 7th of the same into 1. Okay, so that is one way of using the diminished 7th chords as passing chords. Now, the next one, we can use them in substituting other chords. So substitution is simply replacement of a chord, one chord with another, but yet preserve the harmonic function of the chord. For example, if I'm playing from the 5, I'm in C, in the key C, G major is my 5, played in any way, whether it is extended or whichever. Maybe take it as a dominant 7th this way. If I'm intending to move to the 1, instead of this 5, I can start to play a 4, diminished 7th based on the 4, which is F, and it will resolve so nice into my C chord. Okay, so you will hear a lot of people play like dun 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 dun. So instead of even going to the 5, I can just move from the 4 into its diminished 7th and resolve it home. Well, I think that basic knowledge will help you as a beginner in piano. Keep watching and let's meet in the next tutorial. See you.